You mentioned that now we have excess of number of doctors in Malaysia. Why the waiting time in government hospitals is still so long? Hello, welcome to Gigi Han channel. I'm Dr. Han. Previously, I have made a video discussing the issue of Malaysian contract doctors going on strike. A lot of you have commented or posted your questions down in the comment section. Today, I have compiled a few of the main questions, and let's spend a few minutes and let me answer your questions. The first question. Now we have excess of number of doctors in Malaysia. Why is the waiting time in government hospitals still so long? In order to answer this question, we have to look into it from three aspects. The first one being, for some contract doctors, their contracts have simply expired. For those who were willing to go to the private sectors, they left and went to the private sectors. And for those who wish to stay, it may not be totally up to them, and some of them may still be forced to go to the private sectors. So, the number of doctors in government hospitals may not be as many as you thought. Secondly, this issue of having excess doctors is a pretty recent issue, which is less than 10 years. These new contract doctors, they have yet to enroll into specialty programs in order for them to further study and become specialists. And for them to have this status of contract doctors, they also get lesser chances for them to get enrolled into specialty programs. So, the new doctors may have gotten more, but the number of pakar, specialists in government hospitals still remain the same. So if you need to see a specialist in a government hospital, your waiting time will still be long. The third aspect is related to infrastructure and urbanization. What do I mean by that? Although the ratio of doctor to citizen in Malaysia is now 1 doctor to 454 citizens, which is already lower than what is recommended by WHO, which is 1 doctor to 500 citizens. The infrastructure of the government hospitals and government clinics did not catch up to the growth in the number of doctors. See, the ER can only be so big. The number of consultation rooms can only be so many. How many doctors do you expect them to cram them in? It is just not possible. And also with urbanization, a lot of Malaysia's population are slowly moving from rural areas to the big cities. But the number of government hospitals and clinics did not catch up with the growth of the population. That is why now if you go to a government hospital in big cities, the waiting time is still so long. Next, second question. Oh, you greedy and lazy doctors, you only care about your salary and you don't want to work so much. You don't care about the welfare of the patients. Well, only the new contract doctors, they took part in the strike. They participated by taking emergency leave, and they did not go to the street to protest. The senior doctors as well as the specialists, they did not take part in the strike, and the hospitals are still run by them. The patients are not affected. Just read the news. The third question. You say there are too many doctors right now, but why are the charges of the private hospital are still so high? Well, I don't quite understand where this question is coming from. The charges of the private hospitals, they are determined by the management of the hospitals themselves and also by the market rate. So when you have more and more doctors coming up, it will be much more easier for those private hospitals to employ them. It can even make the salaries of those doctors to come down and become lower, but it doesn't affect the charges towards the patients, right? So I'm sorry, I don't quite understand this. Next question you asked. oh, it is so pathetic to be new doctors right now. Why not you all switch path? Why not you all change career? Why not you all go overseas and practice there? Well, it is still okay if you go to a government university, but if you enroll into a private university, the cheaper one can be more than 400,000 ringgit, and the more expensive one can be even more than 700,000 ringgit. And if you go to overseas and study there, the fees and charges can easily be more than 1 million ringgit. So, if parents spend so much on their child to study in a private university or go to overseas, or a student, they take up study loans for such a big amount, it is no longer easy for them to simply say, oh, I want to change path, oh, I want to change career. And also in this part of the world, it is still a taboo in our Asian mindset for a doctor to stop practicing medicine. People will gossip, people will talk. They will say, hey, this doctor no more a doctor. Why? What happened? Well, is she okay? And you know, not everybody can handle this kind of pressure, this kind of stress. Also, to practice overseas, it is not so easy either. All countries, they protect their healthcare system greatly. It is not like you can just send your CV to a hospital in an overseas country, and once they accept your CV, you can start to go there and practice over there. No, you have to sit for their accreditation exam, and you need to understand that the purpose of the exam is actually to protect and maintain the number of doctors in their respective countries, and the exam is set up in a way to slash you off their healthcare system, right? And also, you need to understand that not everybody is willing to migrate. It can be due to personal or various other reasons. So we need to understand and solve the root cause of the problem and not just simply asking everybody to migrate. If so, what is the difference between you and those bigots who say, oh, kau tak suka Malaysia kah? Balik China lah, balik India lah, right? To conclude, getting into healthcare and becoming a new doctor right now is no longer a lucrative career. Doctors, they are always working in a high stress and high pressure environment, but their income is no longer proportionate to the stress and pressure that they endure every day. Every year, we hear news of doctors and dentists committing suicide, and it is a very sad situation. So, if you have family members or friends who are interested to study medicine, dentistry, or pharmacy, do ask them to think twice, think thrice, or even think quadrice. That's all I want to share with you today. I'm Dr. Han. If you like this video, remember to click the like button, and you are welcome to share this video. If you like hanging out with me, you are welcome to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.